Every single morning, I take a moment to journal, to ground myself in what's true for me, to observe and witness what is going on in my psyche, to spot patterns. And this morning, I was confronted with a topic that is very challenging for me in my life. And these are actually two topics that I struggle with, but they're also related to each other. And I felt this strong pull towards creating more fun in life, more aliveness, more vibrancy, more excitement, more adventure. And when I was listening to that pull, when I was opening up to that possibility, a different voice became strongly present inside of me, because that voice was telling me, you can't do these things yet. You need to have these results first. You need more money first. You need to finish these projects first. And then you can have the fun activities in your life that are not career related. So this is when I was experiencing this pull into different directions. And I could see the flaw in that statement. I could see the conditions and requirements I was creating for myself before I could have fun. And if you look at your life, how many conditions and requirements are you creating for yourself before you can do something? So I need to have this success first, this result first, finish this project first, before I can have fun in life? Like, that doesn't sound like fun. That sounds like a prison. Like, who is creating these rules of this game? And of course, I am creating these rules. But the thing is, and the challenge is, even though I could see the flaw in the statement, it felt so true for me. I couldn't let go of it. And I think this challenge became strongly present this morning because I had the same challenge at the beginning of this year, where I was also reflecting on this topic of fun and vibrancy and adventure. And I felt like, we can't do this yet. We need to have these things first. So I made an agreement with myself as in, okay, you're going to finish this project. You're going to get this result. And once that's in place, then we're going to open up to those activities. And the funny thing is, at the beginning of this week, I had those results. I finished those projects. So then I started to reflect upon, okay, so now we're going to do these activities, right? And that voice inside of me was like, nope. It moved the goalpost. Like, no, these projects, they're not good enough yet. These results, they are not good enough yet. You need these results and these projects. And then we're going to open up to the fun side of things. So when am I ever allowing myself to have fun? And maybe if you're ambitious in life, when you have these big goals, these big dreams, and you're working your ass off, maybe you can also recognize how difficult it is to stop. Like, this is something that I struggle with the most in life. Like, you do not have to motivate me to take action, but I have trouble stopping. I have trouble to do something different than my goals, like my career and especially my fitness goals as well. This is why I'm often injured, because I have trouble taking rest days. So I'm just working my ass off in the gym with my hand balancing and with my calisthenics until I get injured, because injury is the only moment where I'm forced to stop and to rest. So that's why I'm often injured. And this is the same with career. I have trouble not working and doing something else that is not productive. Because then this voice creates very compelling arguments in my mind. As in, let's imagine yourself in the future, your future self, and you are not getting the results that you want. Let's imagine that scenario. And you look back at this moment and you've been having all this fun and all this adventure. But this is also the reason why you didn't get those results. How would you feel with that? Would you be able to live with that? So it's creating these compelling arguments as in, okay, shit, he's right. Like, I need to focus, I need to work on my dreams, and I need to focus on my goals. But what is the point of living life if you're not having fun? Like, is this actually true success? So this is what was happening this morning with the journaling, and now I'm just processing it further. Like, is it really true success if you get the results that you want, but you were not having fun in the process? And this is where I start to slowly also let go of this need for everything to be productive and everything needs to be efficient. Because what I was noticing as in, okay, let's optimize, even this word, like, you see it's still present inside of me. Let's optimize for more fun in life. And what would these activities look like? And I was even thinking of, okay, how can these fun activities add to my business and add to this and add to that and add to the projects? Okay, how can I combine the two? How can I make this effective and efficient? So I was trying to make adventure efficient and productive. And it's like, what am I doing? What am I trying to do here? That's not the point of fun. The point of fun is not to make it as effective and efficient as possible. It's not that it should be benefiting your career in any kind of way. The point of fun and adventure and this excitement and vibrancy and to feel alive is to drop yourself maybe in a different city and you have no clue what you're doing. There is no time involved. There is no rules involved. That's the point of the adventure. It's not that everything is scheduled out. It's not that everything is planned out. It's the uncertainty that is creating the adventure. The lack of rules that are there. I just do this thing because I want to do it. That's all. There's no need for any justification of why you want to do that thing. It's just because you want to, because your heart is pulling you in that direction. And I believe my definition of success is living as close to my heart as possible. This is my definition of success. And I'm living out of integrity with this part of me. Because my heart is pulling me into one direction, my mind is pulling me into a different direction. As in, you can't do these things yet. And this is where I have to call myself out on my bullshit. Because you say that living as close as possible to your heart is your definition of success. Are you living in integrity right now? You're not even close to. You're not even allowing yourself to have fun. Why don't you just schedule a massage just for your recovery, just because it's good? Well, because I could spend that hour differently in a more effective and efficient way. It's like, what am I doing? So this is one topic that I really struggle with. Like I said, it's stopping one thing, it's resting, is doing something different than the goals that I set out to. Because I need to be this productive person and I need to get these results. And you can see, and this is why I believe results come second, the place that you create from comes first, always. So who am I being in this moment? Who am I being when I'm working on my goals like that? I'm just desperate. I am needy. I am anxious. Is this who I want to be when I'm pursuing my goals? If you can't stop when you are working on your goals, if you have difficulty stopping, you know you're not coming from necessarily a place of inspiration. If you feel pulled towards a different direction and you say, I can't do this because I need to focus on this, you're not in a free place. You're not open to explore all the possibilities that are out there in this world. And this is what I'm realizing with myself, that I'm falling into the trap of anxious creation of all the things that I need to be doing and must do, instead of just opening up to all that life has to offer. Like, it's good to put your blinders on in certain moments of life, but I want my life to be in harmony. This is the goal that I want. How can I have as much fun as possible while achieving my goals? How can I experience as much freedom as possible when I'm achieving my goals and working towards my goals? This is the goal that I should be orienting towards. So how can I make my life more fun? How can I experience more freedom? What if I would, again, this is also a video that I made, what if I would just simply loosen the grip on life? So you can see all of these videos that I'm making, they are such strong messages to myself. Because if I make a video about loosening up the grip on life, I'm the one holding tightly. And especially when you look at this part of my life, I'm holding on tightly. I have trouble stopping. I have trouble letting go. I have trouble resting. Like, I feel when I have a rest day, my whole body is just restless. Like, we need to go to the gym. We need to work out. And yeah, this is an interesting one. So I'm actually happy that this one came up so strongly this morning, because when it's so strongly present in your awareness, that's when you can work with it. Because if this is lingering in the background, it is constantly affecting my experience. And I was already feeling that my experience became heavier. And yes, I'm going to keep on focusing. I'm not going to be letting go. But how can I, because that fun, adventurous energy is just explosive. It's just going in all kinds of directions. So I'm afraid that if I let go of that part, that I will lose all the progress on my, let's say, business side of things. And this is where I'm just starting to play with, okay, how can I combine the two? One does not have to be at the effect of the other, does not have to impact the other negatively, because there's a lot of power in taking a step back from fitness, for example, taking a step back from your career, doing something completely different. There's a lot of power in doing something like this. So how can I allow myself to have fun, to enjoy certain things, to create this adventure and excitement, but also in a contained version? Not to completely let go and go crazy there and drop my career completely, but how can I contain that energy? How can I just inject more of that in my life? Because when you feel this pull into two different directions, my mind starts to create these scenarios in black and white. But it's not black and white. It's not that when you have fun, that life is only about fun and that it's only about resting and you're lazy. And on the other side, with the productivity, like, it's not this black and white version. You can work your ass off and have fun? What would that reality look like? Am I being a role model for those kind of possibilities? So, and now I'm creating, let's say, the being that I want to step into. Because I've been falling into the trap that I'm actually coaching people out of. Because most people that come to me that say, I want more money and I want more business success, and I'm like, awesome, let's create this. What we mostly work on is, I want more fun in life. I want deeper connections. I want more friendships. I want a relationship. I want a good relationship with my kids. Like, these are the topics that I often work with. I want more fulfillment in life with these high performing individuals. They think they want more money, but actually they want more harmony in their life. They want more fulfillment and meaning and this deeper connection and freedom and all of these things. More fun, because they're missing that essence. And now I'm falling into the trap myself. So that's why, yeah, of course, no one is perfect. So I'm happy that this topic is highlighted for me, and now I'm able to navigate back to these topics. So yeah, I'm curious if you get to this point in the video. I'm curious if you resonate with an experience like this. If you also feel that you have trouble stopping, trouble allowing yourself to have fun in life and doing something that doesn't have a necessary productive payoff. And yeah, let me know in the comments below. And that's it for now.